Yes, yes, fellas. Welcome to Bala Sport. Mr. Solo, what's going on, my guy? What's up, bro?
Yo, bro, what's going on, man? Nice
I'm
to be
here,
here, man.
man. I'm here, dude. I'm excited about this, man. This give me a good feelings, man. The gold medal game, United States beat France at their home soil.
Yo,
I hope I'm saying that right. United States beat France 98-87. 98-87, man. What a game. What a match, bro. And then LeBron James won the gold medal and the Olympics MVP in men
MVP.
basketball, man. Talk to me, man. What an entertainment. And then Steph
Yo,
Curry.
bro, first I just
Woo.
want to say, I know Americans and other people are used to America beating everybody by 20, 30 points. Those
Right.
days are over. And I think this was some people were not as impressed as I was. Listen, just winning every game at the Olympics, it's not as easy as it used to be because
Right.
everybody, all countries are starting catching up to the United States level. Look at the kind of lineup that France was fielding. I mean, some of the best players in the NBA. With Banyama. So
Yeah, he dropped 20 points, 26 points today, man. I know offensively, I feel like France, he was the only guy. But
he
then
was.
I see other guys just out there just they're just showing up. France showed up and played, man. They didn't just fall, like you say, we expected 20, 30 points. Nope, not anymore. But bro, let's talk about United States, the excitement. Kevin Durant,
Bro.
LeBron James, Steph Curry leading us to another gold medal, a repeat of the finals in Tokyo 3 years ago.
Yeah, man. That was impressive. Impressive, man. I was impressed, man. One thing I know a lot of people are like, why he took the whole United States team to beat to beat Serbia or to beat France. But listen, that's the difference between United States and the rest of the countries. They have one, two superstars. United States is loaded with superstars. Anybody can show up. And we know Steph Curry. People, I was surprised that people were worried in the beginning of the tournament
Right,
that what Steph Curry's the shot is now falling. Listen, this is the greatest shooter we ever seen in the history of basketball. We
right.
knew he's gonna come alive. Look at the past two games, and I like the comment that you left on one of the group chats. You said the past two Olympic games
Yep.
gotta be one of the greatest Olympic games that we've seen in the history of the Olympics.
Fact. One of the two best basketball games I've seen in a long time. That's included in the
NBA, right?
NBA games and all that. Because bro, Serbia is another team that we should
Yeah,
talk about
Sabia.
because bro, the way they play against USA, man, I know USA come back down 17, come back and dude, the fourth quarter, the way United States show up. Kevin Durant had his turn. Steph Curry, LeBron, all matter of
Yo,
fact, all tournament LeBron being on fire. That's why he's the MVP.
he,
But what
a-
do you
he,
think
he
about LeBron being the MVP though? Do you think he deserve it?
exactly. This man, almost 40 years old, he averaged almost a triple double
Right.
all tournament. Come on, that's impressive. That only the first game, I think he scored like 22 points. The rest of the games, he scored like what 10 something, but they all like almost like triple doubles.
Right.
Listen, at his age, when United States needed somebody to take over, he's still capable of doing it, which was so impressive. Like he's in top shot in excellent condition at his age that he's I know he got dunked on today.
Right. You go post. There's no charge call. This not NBA, this FIBA rules.
But
But
also I know, but it's also you gotta remember I always say great offense is always better. It always makes defense not look great. You know what I
right,
mean?
but also like for you to get dunked on, that means you gotta play defense. If you
You
don't
gotta
play
play
defense,
defense.
you're not gonna get dunked on.
He wanted to take a charge there, but
Right.
obviously it didn't work.
Yo,
But
man, but this
I'm
game,
sure all the people that hate LeBron James they're gonna be happy on that dunk or he got dunked on
right.
and this this player only played for Real Madrid in the listen playing for Real Madrid is no joke. He's a great player. He can play
Yep.
in the NBA, in the NBA clearly, right? We
Right.
saw what he did today.
Yep. Yo, dude, man, another exciting part too. Matter of fact, speaking of the MVP, I think that yeah, he could have went to Joker, but Joker didn't win the medal, of course, the gold medal. I think he would have had the MVP because I think the Joker had a great tournament. This Olympic man, Serbia, man, this a team because United States
Right.
blew them out 2 games, I believe, and
No,
then
yeah,
there we
but
go.
also remember this last game, the Joker, he wasn't even the best player on his team.
But he was the most effective player on the
But
team, though,
he
bro. He
wasn't even the
had
best. Even I forgive me, I just forget his name. That guy that was shooting from anywhere. He
right.
was the best player.
Yeah, but you gotta give look the Bronx game against Germany. he got another triple double. I think that was his third triple double in the Olympics, man. You got to give it. And I think that another third nominee for the MVP was Dennis Schroeder.
Schroeder
Yeah,
for
excuse
Germany.
me. Yeah, for German, and I think he's also showed up.
I
But
mean,
man,
I haven't watched all German games, so I don't know.
okay, yeah, I mean, you gotta give credit to LeBron, man. LeBron James
You
just
got to,
he's
man.
just special, man. I know a lot of, like I said the other day, man. I never knew there's guys out here that actually rooting against United States because they don't like LeBron. But whatever is
That's
your reason of you not liking LeBron, what does that have to do with the state? But hey,
yeah, yeah,
who
but
cares? He
that is
delivered
crazy to
great
me.
leadership, and there we go, man. Bro, talk to me about a little bit of Kevin Durant, also, man. I think Kevin Durant played the role right. He didn't even practice or participate in some of the preseason games, and then
You're
he
right,
showed
because he
up,
was
get
injured.
off the off the bench. He was averaging numbers, man. Talk to me.
Exactly. Like all the coaches have been saying, Kevin Durant is probably the perfect superstar for US basketball. He's like Camelo Anthony, and like, you can argue that he's probably a little better player than Melo to some
Yeah,
people. Um, but he can fit in anywhere. He don't have to be the superstar. You don't have the main guy controlling the ball because he can shoot from anywhere. We saw what he did when he went to the Golden State Warriors. Same thing
right.
too. Everywhere he goes, he can be himself, and I'm so glad that it was him that is now the all-time Olympic leading scorer in the
Yep.
history
And he's
of
also the
men's basketball.
all-time winning. He got 4 medals.
Right, over Camilo Anthony and
Yeah.
what Leslie, I think, on the female side. So that's very impressive. I was so happy for Durant, man. He was hurt in the beginning of this tournament, but when you need him,
Right.
he'll hit some shots, man. Yo, I can watch international basketball more than the Olympics, more than the
More than the
NBA.
NBA.
More than
Yep.
the NBA.
Same
Because
here.
when I see grown men, how proud they are to represent their countries, and Embiid getting bored every time he touches the ball by the French fans. We see the French Prime Minister over there watching, well, the president, right? The French president watching the game. We saw uh,
Tom
Melo.
Cruise,
We saw
you
all the
know.
superstars right here,
Right.
sportside, man. It was, that was the best feeling. I had some tears coming down my eyes, man.
Yeah.
I was
Yo, for me
excited,
the
bro.
past for me like you said earlier, for me the past 2 games, man, it's been one of the best games I've seen in basketball. You really get to see these superstars playing defense also, because the rules are different than the
Exactly.
NBA. You gotta be physical, the aggression of the game, man. And to see how United States just bounced back against Serbia, everybody was like, okay, yes, United States got the manpower, if I
Yeah.
might say, but Serbia is also a great team. This is a team that been playing together for a long time, and then coming to the finals, man. The way France, man, I gotta take my hat off to France, bro. They did not fall. They did not
Yeah.
fall, And this, man, bro, I'm excited. This is one of the reasons why I fall in love with the game of basketball, to see something like this, and
Yeah.
for us to see something like this. Me as a young kid, it was Kobe Bryant. Now we're seeing what the fuck the Steph Curry did today, bro. Yo, give me your take on Steph.
Yo, man, Steph Curry, man. You can't argue the greatest shooter of all time. Not only our
Right.
time, any era, and especially the last shot. Can
Yo,
you envision that last shot he took with one leg? Come on, man.
crazy.
No, there's no other player that can do that. That's one thing about about the US team, and I like your point. You said when it comes to FIBA rules, it's different from the NBA. So for a lot of NBA superstar, they have to adjust to the international game. Even the officials, the way they officiate those games, it's a little different. So it takes a little time to get used to it. So the US team, I think they only been together for like 4 or 5 weeks,
Right.
and these other international other countries, they've been together for years and years, so they have that chemistry. And like, and this is one point that I always make when you compare international players to the United States players. So even Dwayne Wade was talking about it in the interview after the game. So the US players game, we like excitements, we like dunks.
Right.
In Europe, they're more about the fundamentals of basketball.
Yep.
That's why they're always great shooters. They always make their free throws. They always play the game right. They might not have the physical tools like the US players, but they know how to play team basketball.
Right.
In the United States and the NBA, it takes some time for superstars to get together to learn how to play actual team basketball than play individual basketball. That's why I think United States team, the only way it can be United States, if United States play their best, there's no country that can be United States. United
True.
States have to play average, and the other team have to play their best to be nice because they just have so much talent. And
Right.
because they have so much talent, it's easy for them to adjust to the international rule. And also remember, the 3-point line is as closer as the college basketball line. So for Kevin Durant, those long twos he makes the NBA in paper
That's
rules, they are all threes.
right. Yo, that's a
But
great
yeah,
point that you make there, because bro, throughout the whole Olympics, man, I said I wasn't gonna miss the United States game, and I tried so hard to try to squeeze games in.
it
But
was
when you
hard
talk about
sometimes.
right, so but when you talk about the team just coming together and learn how to play together, that's why we see most of the turnovers. You got LeBron averaging 5 turnovers, well, especially in this game. You got Steph making some turnovers because they
Oh
don't
yeah,
have
it
the
was a lot of
chemistry.
turnovers.
Yeah, so they just coming together. You could tell that's what their default. But individually, we see how superstars are made. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like we don't, of course, this is an all-time performance. This is what superstars are supposed to do. What
right.
Steph has done, what LeBron has done, what Kevin
It is
Durant
pretty
was
impressive
done.
though.
And you see AD out there just getting rebounds, he's playing defense, you
Blocks,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
4 blocks
Blocks,
like
all
in the
that kind of stuff like that. But another player too, even Steve Curry had to say it earlier. The unsung hero, man. Devin Booker was also doing his part, bro.
Boca, man.
He
Even
played
Drew
his
Holiday
role.
hitting threes.
Right, Drew Holiday, everybody that comes out there today, man. Yo, I was excited for United States basketball, bro. I was hype about this shit, man. And Steph just put the ice in the cake, like, yo, watch why I'm the greatest shooter of
Yeah.
all time. This
Yeah,
shit was
I
ridiculous.
wish they can be back in four. And I know 4 years is a long time.
Right.
Can you imagine in Los Angeles, the Olympics, United States in the final? And I'm sure there'll be new superstars that this is NBA. They produce
Yeah.
superstars every year. I'm sure we're gonna have big superstars in 4 years, but I wish this same team could be back playing at the next Olympics. That'd be
Yeah,
crazy.
just gonna be hard for LeBron, but I guess Jason Tatum might replace LeBron's spot. Then hopefully he
Yeah,
comes out next Olympics. And I know there's a lot of rumors about him not having enough minute, whatnot. But when you got Kevin
yeah.
Durant, Steph Curry,
I
KD,
know.
all these
He,
guys, I
he's gonna
mean,
bench.
yeah, somebody gonna sit in the bench. And B took a back seat in this game, like as AD did in the semifinals.
Why he
You know,
right. So the first part of the game, Embiid was there, and by the second half we saw AD.
right. Exactly. So I think that's the whole United States roster, man, like the whole coaching staff, man. This was a well put together because
Yeah.
everybody expected to be blown out. Even some ex NBA players, they expect this to be blown out by once, bro. But like you say, the chemistry is not there. Yo, I'm excited. I'm excited. Basketball is back. I'm excited to see this type of basketball, bro. It was physical, dog. The referee wasn't calling no shit.
No, they
You
don't.
got to ball out, man.
And somebody was saying, actually, I heard somebody saying these FIBA international referees, they're not officially the NBA, so they don't care about NBA superstars. They
Right.
just call the game the way it is. Sometimes when the NBA players they develop different relationships with or some officials, they get
Yeah.
they get to talk to them. Sometimes it might be, what, too nice to them. These referees, they don't care who you are. It could be LeBron,
Right.
it could be complaining about nothing. They just like, listen, this is how we see the game. And
Right.
it is impressive. And like we said, for the American players, it takes a little bit of adjustment to the international rules. They're a little different, but once
Right.
they get adjusted to it, man, it's hard. It's so hard to beat the United States. I think so. The United States is almost like they remind me a little bit like the Golden State Warriors. Maybe not. Maybe that's not a good example. Like I think for the US team, anytime they can just turn on the switch and become great. I think
Well,
that's what happens in these games. Like they'll play so average and the game is tight, and just suddenly they can just get serious and put up 5, 6 quick points.
yep.
Steph Curry, he scored like 9, like four
All
point
these
3 point,
24
like
point,
what?
all these 24 points come from the 3-point line. Picture
I
that,
know,
bro.
and what's even more impressive, every single player on the team, I think they have scored a 3-point in this tournament.
That's what
That
I
is
mean. Well,
impressive.
that's what the NBA is about these days. It's all about 3-point shots, man.
I
But
know
bro, I
the big
appreciate you
men,
so
the
much.
centers, they all
Right,
drowning threes like like it's a free throw.
right. I appreciate you so much for taking your time for being here today, man.
Of course,
United
bro. Of
States,
course, bro. Yeah. And also, I
98-87.
know we're talking about NBA. Also, don't forget that women's final game right
Oh
there, bro.
yeah, bro. The women goal against Brazil. Like, Emma Hayes brought the Chelsea magic to United States. Boy, I forgot, man. Listen, actually, that was the first game I was hype about. But what Steph Curry did in the final 3 minutes of that game, just brainwash my shit. Like, yo, bro, that was crazy, man. United States. Yo,
That was
can you
crazy too.
imagine Emma Hayes being a coach for 10 games?
10 game,
10
but
games,
also,
then he
but
delivered a gold
also,
medal.
also remember she used to, while she was still coaching Chelsea, she used to come whenever she can and be with the team for a little bit, and she always used to communicate with the assistants even during live games whenever she could. So yes, she only coached a few games. I mean, also you gotta credit the players too. She didn't
Right.
have to do too much. Those three upfront girls, man, those three, they all finished with at least three or more goals in the tournament. That's impressive.
Very.
And I was talking to somebody while watching that game today. So Brazil employed a unique tactic in the first half. They played a 3-2-5, which kind of messed up the United States. I'm like, they gotta make adjustments. So what Brazil was
That's what I was
doing,
waiting for. This is where Emma Hayes stepped in as a coach, bro.
but,
This is
but it
what I
took
love about it. I'm
but
telling you, I
it
was
took a
watching the
while for
Chelsea
her to make
women's team.
adjustments though.
Right. But at the same time, like he feel off of it that he understand when and how to do it. You know what I'm saying? Now,
True.
look, and first of all, man, let's give a shout out to one of the most legendary female soccer players that I've ever seen, man, Marta, man. This might
Martha,
be her
yes, sir.
her last
Martha,
Olympics. You know what I mean? She's been one of the greatest to ever play the game, but she's
exactly.
gonna go out without no World Cup or no Olympic medal. But still, man, she's if it's not the best, she's the
Well,
top two best that ever done it.
according to a lot of people, she's the best. So,
Yeah,
I mean, you
but
can argue,
give
but
a shout
yes,
out to her, man, with a Brazilian great career, and dude, watching her plays, like, got a little of the Messi Ronaldinho in her, like,
yeah, that
you
left
know,
foot did it.
right. So give a shout out to Martha, man. Hopefully we get to see her on TV, even if she's not gonna be. Hopefully she speak English. I never heard her speak. Do you?
But you remember when she used to live here
Right.
in
That's what I'm saying.
Rochester?
That's what I said. Yeah, Rochester.
Yeah, you remember she played for Western Flash
Fact.
and
Yeah.
Abby Wambach when she came home for I don't know a couple maybe a season or so, and
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to that team. They just disappeared.
Right.
But yeah, that was another game that I was so impressed. It was a very intense game, and I was coaching the youth team so bad from the couch. I'm like, come on, you gotta change the tactics, man. They were in trouble that first half. Nothing was working, and I respect Horan. She's a great captain, but I think her time is almost coming to an end.
Yeah.
She's not the same player. That
Right.
midfield. So before the World Cup, because that's the next big thing coming up for the women's soccer team. I think they have to find a couple great midfield players. They have
Right.
the strikers. That's not a problem.
Yo, and then like I want to ask you a question a little about Sophia Smith.
Sophia
Especially the
Smith,
goal, yeah, especially the goal against Germany in the semifinals to actually win it. I know, like, for me, in a difficult moments, she will score. Like when she's one on one with an open goal, sometimes, like, I don't know. I know she's still growing. There's more to her game, but
she's
man, I
only I
just
think
love her desire.
she's only 24.
Yeah, she's 24. 24 is getting
Right.
it.
Right. But Trinity Rodman, she's fierce. That's another player that and if and if you look at her, you might think she's like short tempered, but every time
Right.
she gets tackled or she's in the kind of physical confrontation, she just gets up and she's running. Considering who the dad is,
Fact.
you think she'd be like crazy, you know what I mean? But those three forwards they have, I don't think there's any other country that has as good as the three forwards like those three.
Right.
Swanson, I think, Sophia Smith, and Trinity. Those, I mean, they were tied for three goals for the tournament until today, and now they are 4-3-3. Now,
Right.
Garma in the defense, that's another. She's probably the best. She was probably the best defender in the
Defender right now,
tournament.
center back. Yeah.
She was holding that defense. I was a little suspect with some of the couple players in defense, but on the left, what's her name? What's her name on the left? The short, stocky one. Um, the black girl. She's a veteran. She almost didn't make the team, but she
Oh,
and people didn't even think she was gonna make the tournament. And she has played every game. And there's only two players that played in that game today that had any international Olympic experience.
oh wow.
And you're seeing those young girls, young women play like that and win a gold medal. That
Yeah.
was impressive, man. You
No.
can beat that.
Emma Hayes, man. And then they got the right coach. You know, she been around. She win a lot of medals in Europe, especially for Chelsea. You know, I know about
Yeah.
that for fact, man. But man, United States, the women's basketball will be tomorrow against a host again, France. Hopefully they get to pull it off. I know they will. you
Yeah,
know,
I have no doubt they will.
there's nobody out there that could guard my girl, AJ Wilson, bro. Let's
Of
go.
course.
Yo, but Solo, man, thank you for being here, man. Thanks for watching Bala Sport, man. I appreciate you guys so much, man. Yo, United States, man. Yo, I'm in love
Yes.
with basketball all over again.
Me
I
too, man.
just had to just say this, man. I'm in love with it all over again. But
It is
unfortunately, I
impressive,
know we're
man.
not gonna see this in the NBA. Hopefully, we
I know.
do. Hopefully, they switch the rules around a little bit. I like that little bit of aggressiveness. But dude, man, this right here, man, I can't wait to watch this shit again. I'm about
Yeah,
to watch
man.
this game over again, bro.
I totally agree, man. I wish there was more. Well, there's a FIBA World Cup. I just wish it's a different whole feeling when it's countries against countries. And I
Right,
understand the NBA is great and we watch, but when it's playing for country, man, there's nothing better than that, man. I always
right,
tear up when I'm watching any country, not only teams, or not only the countries I'm rooting for, but any country when they win a gold medal and they have their own flag and they are
right.
crying. I always am like, oh, that's what sport
Yep.
is about, man.
Yeah, man. Tune in Monday. We're gonna have a more longer episode where we talking more about the whole thing. You
Yes,
know,
sir.
we gotta talk about some of the 200 meter.
Ah,
Oh man,
that team, how can
history
they
has
not
been
get
made, but we're gonna
disqualified, man?
get
I
into
didn't even know
more of
what
that on
happened.
Monday. Yeah, I
Yes, sir.
appreciate you,
Yes,
man, for
sir.
watching this. Yo, solo, good takes, man. I appreciate you, my brother.
All right, bro. We shall catch up on Monday.
Yes, sir. But sport.